Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to put together a bridal bouquet using all greenery. And I'm actually going to use some succulent plants as my focal point. But to start, I prepped everything. And to do this, I took some floral wire on some of my cuttings of greenery there and just wrapped it around the stem. And then I hide my mechanics with the wax floral tape so that everything is nice and blended in and not sharp at the end. I think I used probably about a 20 gauge floral wire there. I need something a little bit stiffer, so I doubled it up. You could probably use like 16 or so, somewhere in there, just a little bit thicker. So this is something I don't usually do. I found this beautiful greenery, and typically I will separate all the stems off of the bush. That way I can control it a little bit better. You know, what's tall, what's short, what's facing which way. But I thought, you know, what the heck, these are a little bit heavier. I'm going to keep everything on the bush itself. So 2 mistakes with that. The stems on the artificial succulent plants there are not long enough. So I could either get a thicker, longer wire, and that would have worked in here. Or in this case, since it was kind of falling apart, I just went ahead and clipped everything off of the original stem there. Either way, I would recommend wrapping the stem in some kind of double-faced satin, or at the very minimum, covering everything with a wax floral tape just to make sure that there's no pokies sticking out when you're carrying the bouquet. So to start out, I'm going to kind of recreate my own eucalyptus bush here. This is a seeded eucalyptus, and I just briefly wrapped everything together with the wax floral tape so it's not spinning around in my hand. And now I can add in the succulents that are just the right size to go in this bouquet. I'm kind of putting the bigger flower or succulent plumes, I guess, towards the center. And then I did have one little guy that I kind of poked out at the edge there. And that's just going to kind of be my focal point. And once I had those together, I did the wax floral tape around the stems again, just to hold everything in place so it's not spinning around in my hand. And then from there on out, I'm going to add in the remainder of that eucalyptus greenery, which I just love. It has great movement. I love the color on it. I love the texture of it too. So that's the fun thing when using all greenery, is that you can really play with the textures and different heights. And although it might seem boring just to have greenery, it's really a neat design. So it's worth taking a look at. And I think this bouquet would look really pretty in like a winter type of wedding with like a navy colored dress or theme. I think that would be really, really nice in that. And I got these flowers from Hobby Lobby, just FYI, if you're looking for the same thing. And then I have kind of a winter greenery that I'm tucking along the bottom to hide my mechanics so that nobody can see under the bouquet there. I usually tie everything off with a chenille stem, which is what I'm doing right now. I just forgot to buy actual separated chenille stems, and this is chenille stem on a reel. But as I'm tying it, I played with the speed of the video here a little bit so you can see how gorgeous this movement is. I just love it. So you're working with artificial flowers, but when you get movement like that, it just gives them a sense of being real and life. And I think by separating everything off of that bundle there, it really kind of gave it its own unique touch. So, but there we go. I made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching.